After a sexual assault scandal in 2004, the AFL made a big deal about fixing a serious problem.
Our policy is unashamedly to be educational and preventative, and we hope that we never have to implement any sanctions.
We see today the beginnings of a cultural change led by the strong leadership of the AFL.
But 2 decades on, there are questions about that cultural change.
Today we're going to talk about the sanctions that we've imposed on the 5 players involved in the incident on Monday morning in Melbourne.
To say we're disappointed is an understatement. We're deeply embarrassed and ashamed.
5 members of the Sydney Swans, including 4 senior players and 2 of the league's major stars in Isaac Heaney and Chad Warner, have been suspended over their behaviour.
It's important to understand that this sanction is only as it relates to the players' behaviours and the standards that we accept and we're expecting of them post-game.
The players are not being sanctioned by the club for any alleged criminal behaviour. Those allegations are subject to a separate police investigation. They're being punished for breaching the club's internal rules over what happened after the team's victory against Essendon on Sunday night.
Have to fall over to miss, so he doesn't.
A group of players partied into Monday morning in bars in Richmond and then at the team's hotel.
Staying out late, it was drinking, it was continuing to continue their night, it was bringing women back to the hotel. It was a long way short of what we expect of our players, and we're holding them to a really high standard, but they were well short of anywhere near that standard.
Tonight, the 5 suspended players issued a statement saying,
"We are deeply sorry to everyone involved. We know that our behaviour has fallen well short of the standards expected of us and the values of our club. We know that we have let down our partners and families, members, supporters, teammates, the AFLW team, corporate partners, and everyone at the club and the wider community."
Police from Victoria's Sexual Crimes Squad have opened an investigation into a report of a sexual assault. The ABC is reporting tonight that detectives are expected to travel to New South Wales as part of the investigation that centres on an allegation of touching without consent.
I don't think it gets any more serious. You're not just talking about a football club, you're talking about an ambassador for one of the biggest sporting codes in the country that is part of their modus operandi is to essentially grow the game beyond the heartland of Western Australia, South Australia and Victoria. They are not just a football club. They are ambassadors for one of the biggest sports in Australia.
Today, some of the club's sponsors said they were reviewing or suspending commercial deals with the Swans. But this is much bigger than the team or even the AFL.
We know that sporting stars and clubs in this country are influential and they literally reach millions of people. And so when we see our sporting stars behaving well, setting an example, that really feeds through the rest of the community.
The anti-violence organisation Our Watch has been working with the AFL about improving the standards of behaviour.
I think sporting codes right across the country have shown a real willingness to lean into this issue because they understand that they have a responsibility and that as a sports-loving nation, what sporting organisations do actually does influence how other people behave and act.
The Swans say they've been working with the players about their standards. The club's chief executive is former Fremantle footballer Matthew Pavlich.
Matthew, what is the club's culture in terms of respect for women, and has that improved in the time since you were a player? You started your career, 25, 26 years ago?
Thanks for the reminder. All I've seen so far at this football club, barring this significant incident, is that we are one club and we treat and respect women incredibly well, and it's of the utmost importance to our football club. We have a huge female supporter base. We've got a huge academy that has boys and girls playing in it, and all women deserve to be treated respectfully and feel safe.
The ABC's Pat Stack says the club's response has gone beyond mere damage control.
The Swans, in this instance, have identified a problem on the Monday, launched an investigation, concluded that investigation on a Tuesday, presented those findings to their board, worked with their board to find sanctions and deliver those sanctions on a Wednesday, with a level of severity that, in their own chair's words, will torpedo their season.